Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Man, this is the NBA is something else, man. I was actually getting ready to go to bed. Actually, I was about to watch a movie, and then all of a sudden, this news broke. So I'm gonna let everybody catch up to this live. We're not gonna be on here for too long, but we got a breaking story that we definitely got to cover. Looks like the Lakers have traded Russell Westbrook. He's up out of there. They just traded him. So let's give it like another minute or so. Allow everybody to catch up to this live. I'm not going to be here be on here too long because I'm tired as hell. But I definitely want to talk about this trade because there's going to be some pretty big news tomorrow. Russ is gone. Russ is long gone. Russ is long gone. He just got traded. So I definitely want to touch on that. Let's give it like another minute and then allow everybody to catch up to this live. I'm not going to be on here too long, but this is some pretty big news. Somebody said finally. Somebody said finally. Bye, Russ. Yo, Laker fans, man. So let's give it like another, let me say 1 minute. Let's wait for everybody to catch up to this live real quick. And then I'm going to get you guys the sources and where I'm getting this information from. First, I'm getting it here from Twitter. And this news just broke about less than 20 minutes ago. So let's give it another 30 seconds. The Lakers just pulled off another trade, right? And it looks like they didn't even waste any time. Not getting Kyrie Irving. They didn't sit down on their laurels. They were busy at work. So let's give it like another 20 seconds and we'll get it started because we got a lot that we want to talk about here. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We're not going to be on here too long because I already did a live before and I'm pretty tired from doing that. Somebody said hallelujah. Somebody said hallelujah. All right, so let's get into this. So there's some breaking news out of the NBA. The Lakers just traded Russell Westbrook officially. I first got the news here from ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. It's on his Twitter page. He says, ESPN sources, the Lakers are finalizing a deal to land Minnesota's D'Angelo Russell, who's a former Laker, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt in trade, including Mike Conley and picks to Timberwolves and Russell Westbrook. And a lightly protected 2027 LA first round pick. So the Lakers are finalizing a deal that lands D'Angelo Russell, Michael Beasley, Jaron Judy, and includes what kind of trade is this? And they got Mike Conley. It also continues on. The Lakers' 2027 first round pick to the Jazz is protected 1 through 4. Sources tell ESPN. The Jazz have assembled a massive package of assets, including 15 unprotected or lightly protected first-round picks through 2029, and a young core of Lowry, Walker, Colin Sexton, and Okai, I can pronounce his name, and $60 million plus in potential cap space. So this is a pretty big trade. No. That's what they're saying. I mean, Adrian Wojnarowski is confirming it. I'm also getting it here from CBS Sports. You guys can look for Adrian Wojnarowski on Twitter. He's there. But I'm getting this from CBS Sports. You guys can confirm that information right there. You guys can hunt it down. So it's not just one source is saying this. This is a pretty reputable source that they're saying it here as well. So the Los Angeles Lakers, and Minnesota Timberwolves and Utah Jazz are finalizing a 3-team trade that will send Russell Westbrook and a lightly protected 2027 first round pick to the Jazz. So Westbrook is going to the Jazz. D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley to the Lakers, and Michael Conley Jr. to the Timberwolves. Okay, I understood that. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. So basically, the Lakers are getting D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley. And Mike Conley goes to the Timberwolves. So, and they finally get off of Russell Westbrook, and ultimately they get off of those picks, right? So the Lakers once again somehow pulled off a heist because they got younger with what is it, D'Angelo Russell. Let me just confirm his age. I don't remember how old D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell is what? How old is he? He is a 26-year-old point guard. So that's very, very good for the Lakers. Let me see what his stats are. Malik Beasley, I believe, is a two-way player. Let me see. Let me just confirm Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley, I believe he's a guard. What position does he play? Malik Beasley. You guys have to bear with me. I'm kind of going through this information the same way you guys are going through it, just off the fly here. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell. He's a former Lakers 6'4" point guard. This season, let's look at some of his stats. Malik Beasley is also a 6'4". Okay, he's a 6'4". I think he's a two guard. I think he plays the two position and probably a one. So I mean, these guys are slightly bigger than Russell Westbrook, but D'Angelo Russell was averaging 18 points a game this season on 46% shooting. And I think what the Lakers found attractive about this trade is that D'Angelo Russell, unlike Russell Westbrook, who I believe was shooting below 20%, if I'm not mistaken, last time I checked from the three-point line, you guys know that the Lakers were desperate for some spacing. I think Russell Westbrook on the season was shooting 29%, so just under 30% per game from the three. D'Angelo Russell is shooting 39%, so he's a legitimate good three-point shooter, and he's been shooting in the high 30s over the last few seasons. He's also a very good free throw shooter at 85.6%. So he seems like a guy that you can immediately plug into that starting lineup. He's a 6 assists per game guy. So I think that works I think that works perfectly. And you're trading him away for a guy that was kind of struggling in the offense, shooting 41.7% from the field, which isn't good. Again, below 30% three-point shooter and below a 66% free throw shooter, right? And he was also turnover prone. If you compare the turnovers, D'Angelo Russell is getting you about 2.7 turnovers, and I think that's what the Lakers really need. It may not mean that they needed a Kyrie Irving, right? But they just needed a serviceable point guard that could help them run their offense properly, can hit open shots. So I think the Lakers are doing very well with this trade. I don't know what these guys' salaries are, but obviously they were able to make it work. Coming off, I think Russell Westbrook was earning $47 million. So that's a major plus. Now, I don't know what the structure of this deal is. Maybe if it's just for this season, and then we'll see what happens. I don't know how many years they have left on their deal. Somebody said, what's the trade? Essentially, the trade is this for the people that are just coming in. Been a blockbuster trade. The Los Angeles Lakers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Utah Jazz are finalizing a 3-team trade that sends Russell Westbrook and a lightly protected 2027 first-round pick to the Utah Jazz for D'Angelo Russell, the former Laker, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley, and the Lakers to the Lakers, and then Mike Conley, he goes to the Timberwolves. So that's essentially the trade. So the question really to the audience is, before I get into my thoughts, what do y'all think about this trade? If you think it's a good trade, say yes. If you think it's a bad trade, say no. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I don't just want to give you guys my thoughts just like that. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this trade? Is it good for the Lakers? Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with most of these guys. It's a good trade. I think it's a good trade if we're being honest. I think the Lakers, they improved a lot with this trade. Number one, they got younger. That's number one. Number two, they got more shooting. Number three, you're trading away a Hall of Fame player that if you put him to the bench, it can create headlines, it can create controversy, all of those different things. But if Darvin Ham wants to tweak the lineup and sit D'Angelo Russell or do something else, there's not going to be this big thing as, oh, is this a disrespectful to so and so? There's going to be none of that, right? So they're going to be able to quelch a lot of that infighting. Which brings me, speaking about infighting, I don't know if you guys heard, but there was recently a report that was reported, I believe, within the last 24 hours, that during the halftime game, I believe it was the game last night, if I'm not mistaken, between the Lakers and Oklahoma City Thunder, that Russell Westbrook and Darvin Ham got into a dust-up in the locker room. I don't know if you guys heard about that. But there was a dust-up, and they said that they were ultimately able to work it out, and Russell Westbrook ended up finishing the game. But they got into an argument. That's what they heard. So from what I'm understanding, I think that Russell Westbrook was aware that he was kind of at the end of, he had reached the end of the road with the Lakers. But to be quite honest with you, Russell Westbrook handled it like a professional, if we're being honest, man. Russell Westbrook didn't make any waves this season. He didn't say anything controversial. He did his role. He didn't really complain. So I don't think Laker fans can be mad at Russell Westbrook for the way he conducted himself, at least in my opinion. At least in my opinion. He wasn't a rascal. He wasn't up there, creating quotes and all of this stuff in the media. He knew that they didn't want him there, but he still went out there and played like a professional. But it looks like it was time for the Lakers to part ways with Russell Westbrook. The team he goes to is Russell Westbrook is going to the Utah Jazz. Right now, let me just pull up the NBA standings. I want you guys to bear with me. I'm a little bit sleepy here, but just bear with me here. So he's going to the Utah Jazz. Let me just see Utah. Yeah. So the Utah Jazz are the number 10 seed in the Western Conference. I do expect to see a very, very motivated Russell Westbrook. A very, very motivated Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is not one of these dudes that's going to you're going to trade him away. He knows what's been said. And I think Russell Westbrook is going to have a point to prove. I think he's definitely going to push for those guys to make it into the playoffs. And you better believe whenever the Utah Jazz face the Lakers, is going to be fireworks. It is going to be fireworks, and expect Russell Westbrook to play well, right? I think that ultimately Russell Westbrook was not a good fit for the Lakers, but I do not think he is as bad as he has been portrayed in the media. I just think it was a bad fit. I actually expect him to play better on another team. And that is why I thought it was absolutely absurd when people like Skip Bayless and others were saying that Patrick Beverley and these guys are more valuable than Russell Westbrook. I thought that was ludicrous. So good for Russell Westbrook. The question is, what does this do for the Lakers? In my personal view, if we look at the standings right now, the Lakers are the 13th seed. But to be fair, there's only 2 losses that separate the Lakers from being a 13th seed to being the 9th seed, and only 3 losses that separates them from being the 13th seed to the 7th to the 8th seed, to at least make it into the play-in. If I'm the Lakers and I'm looking at the landscape of the West, I think the Lakers can make a push because these moves that they've pulled off have been very good moves. Hachimura was a good pickup. They couldn't get Kyrie. They tried to get Kyrie. Joe Tsai wasn't having it. He wasn't going to let the Lakers get Kyrie. But it wasn't like as if they weren't trying. He tried to get him. It didn't work. Some thought that maybe the Lakers would throw up their hands and say, that's all. There's nothing else we can do. They didn't get complacent. They went out there and made another move. And I think that even though they didn't get Kyrie, I still think this was a good enough trade because they got better. And I still think if the Lakers can get refocused, they can definitely make it back into the playoffs. Now, I've been looking at some of the comments. Some people have been mentioning Anthony Davis. Hey, appreciate that. I hate cringe. Sports SP. Let me read. Offensively, the Lakers are better with Beasley and Russell. Yes, I agree. Russell, a better reason, but Russell will play with more energy and rage. I do think it will improve their hopes for the play-in. Yeah, I think so too. In terms of AD, I've been hearing a lot of people mention Anthony Davis. Thanks for the comment. I've been hearing a lot of people mention Anthony Davis. As y'all know, I just saw the video of AD. Apparently, what happened yesterday was, I don't know what to think of it, but it was like LeBron was 2 points away from hitting the record. All of the Laker players were standing up watching. Somebody was recording it from the back. And basically, Anthony Davis came out. I don't know where he came from. And he glanced over. He knew LeBron was about to break the record. He sat down in the chair. LeBron breaks the record. He didn't stand up, he didn't jump, he didn't do anything, which is a little bit strange because usually all of the teammates, usually your teammates are going to be very, very excited, right? I'm not going to read much into that because I know LeBron and Anthony Davis, at least from the outside looking in, seem to be very, very close. LeBron seems to have a big brother kind of relationship with him. So I'm not going to read anything into that unless maybe something is happening and then we don't know about it. People are talking about AD should move. I think it'll be very, very hard to move Anthony Davis, not because of his talent, not because of his production this year. It will be because of his durability. That's going to be the number one challenge. If Anthony Davis was a healthy player 100% of the time, and you're like, okay, maybe we need to do something else. Can we trade him straight up for Anthony for Kevin Durant or somebody like that? I think that could be plausible. But given his history and this thing of you never know, something can happen. I think the last injury he had, he came back that very next game. He had like a freakish fall or something like that. I think teams are going to be a little bit worried about that. But I don't think AD is going to get traded. That would be crazy, right? And if Anthony Davis was to get traded, who are they trading him for? And also, if the Brooklyn Nets were not willing to do business with the Lakers in terms in terms of sending Kyrie to the Lakers, why would they all of a sudden decide to send KD? Some could say, well, they didn't want to give Kyrie Irving his way anyway, so that's the reason. But I don't really see Kevin Durant requesting to be traded, requesting to be traded to the Lakers. I just don't see that happening. I don't know why that would happen and why it would happen all of a sudden. And if that's something he wanted to do, why didn't he request for that this summer? The teams we were hearing this summer, I believe, were the Phoenix Suns, and I think we heard a little bit about Miami, and we heard about the Boston Celtics. I didn't hear anything about the Lakers, so I don't know why that would be. Um, I don't know why that was somebody said they need to trade LeBron. No, they're not going to trade LeBron, man. They're not going to trade LeBron. I think LeBron is going to be a Laker for life. I think LeBron is going to be a Laker for life. There's no way they're going to trade LeBron. Lakers wanted to have LeBron James in a Laker jersey to break that record. I don't see them just turning around all of a sudden and trading him away. Now, I think Mike Beasley, I could be wrong, but I think Mike Beasley is a clutch client. I don't know about D'Angelo Russell, but I know Mike Beasley, I think, is a clutch client. If I'm not mistaken, I took a look at the roster, but I think he's a clutch client. So the question becomes this. Malik, sorry. Hey, man, I'm half asleep. Sorry. Malik, sorry about that. The question I got for you guys is this, though. Who do you think has a better chance to actually make it to the playoff? Do you think the Lakers have a better chance to make it to the playoffs than the Utah Jazz? I mean, currently the Utah Jazz are leading them in the standings, but they're tied for losses. It's just that they have more wins. Do you think the Utah Jazz can make the playoffs for the Lakers? I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all think? Michael Beasley should be in the NBA. Michael Beasley, yeah, you're right. I was thinking of Michael Beasley. Yeah. I think the Lakers can make it. I think the Lakers can actually make it. I think the Lakers can make it, but I think the Lakers got the heist in this trade. I think every Laker fan is happy right now that the Lakers got off of Russell Westbrook because it just was not working. And if we're being honest, if some Laker fans in the room are being honest, they should have never traded for Russell Westbrook in the first place. It was pretty clear that that was a bad trade from the word go. There was no good reason to trade for Russell Westbrook. I think the Lakers overreacted to what the Brooklyn Nets did. There was no good reason. You could just look at Russell Westbrook's game and know that it wasn't going to mesh with LeBron and the team dynamics. It just it just wasn't going to mesh. The two players they got been already terrible off and on players. We need Buddy Hield. NBA moving heaven and earth to make sure the Lakers are relevant. No, I think this is a good trade for the Lakers, man. I think this is a good. If they couldn't, we can't say that they're not trying. We cannot say that the Lakers are not trying. Now, based on LeBron's interview with Mike Wilbon on ESPN, given how I guess upfront and honesty was in that interview about his disappointment of the Lakers not getting not getting Kyrie, I think LeBron had reached a point where he's like, bro, I don't care how Russell Westbrook is going to feel about it. And I remember some people getting upset, like LeBron he just fractured the locker room. He just fractured the locker room. He just fractured the locker room with these statements. But maybe LeBron already knew that Russell Westbrook was up out of there. So he probably knew they weren't fracturing anything. And maybe the Lakers knew that Kyrie Irving was plan A, and if that didn't work, it was plan B. But I think the Lakers already came to the conclusion that Russell Westbrook had to go. And I think LeBron was like over it at this point. I think he was over it. Now, what does this say about Russell Westbrook? That he has played with some of the greatest players in the history of basketball. And number one, he's only been able to go to one NBA Finals. And he's only really had success with one person, really, and that's KD. Are we going to have a conversation about Russell Westbrook later on? Are we going to have a conversation about his legacy? Why wasn't he able to get more success given the level of talent that he's played with? Because Russell Westbrook has played with James Harden, a top 75 player. He's played with KD, a top 75 player. He's played with Anthony Davis, a top 75 player. He's played with LeBron James, a top 75 player. So, maybe we need to look at him too. Who knows? But that's definitely going to be the conversation. But I'm happy for Westbrook. Now all of the Russell Westbrook talk is over with. I'm happy for him. Somebody said, is Russell Westbrook really a Hall of Famer? Is Nikola Jokic really a Hall of Famer? If Nikola Jokic continues to play like this, if he never wins a championship, will we be asking, is Nikola Jokic a Hall of Famer? That's the question. Y'all tell me. Russ was actually starting to do okay off the bench. Yeah, but it wasn't going to work out. Russell Westbrook was not going to work with the Lakers. You cannot take a guy like that has averaged so many triple doubles, an MVP, all of these things, and then all of a sudden tell him, hey, go to the bench. If Russell Westbrook knew that there was a possibility of him being benched when he before signing the deal to go to LA, there's no way Russell Westbrook goes to LA. There's no way. No player at that level is okay with coming off the bench. I don't care who the player is. No player at that level, especially a guy like Russell Westbrook. And trust me, I think Westbrook is going to have a point to prove. I think he's going to have a point to prove, and he's going to look to shut up a lot of his hate, a lot of the people that have been dumping on him. Yeah, Melo did, but initially he didn't. You remember when Carmelo Anthony got to OKC, and he was like, "Yo, they want me to come off the bench." Y'all remember that? Carmelo Anthony wasn't feeling it. It was only after, Carmelo saw that teams weren't willing to pick him up, and then Carmelo had to humble himself. Dudes like that, they don't think like that. It's just not in their makeup. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Melo got kicked out of the league for not coming off the bench. Exactly. And then only when he swallowed that pill, pause, that's when he was able to now say, okay, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And Carmelo Anthony's not even in the NBA right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure he's in the NBA. Clippers want Westbrook. Stop that. What the hell are the Clippers going to do with what the hell are the Clippers going to do with Russell Westbrook? Russell Westbrook would cause Kawhi Leonard and him to literally scrap on the court, man. Them dudes would scrap. They would literally have to scrap. You would see Kawhi just spike the ball like, yo, we got to scrap, man. There's no way. It would not work. It would not work. Kawhi, he looks quiet and all of that stuff. Kawhi Leonard is one of them dudes that on the low, he be talking trash on the court to dudes like, yo, remember when Reggie Jackson was calling for the ball in the playoffs? And he's like, I didn't pass you the ball for you to do that bleep. Nah, that would not work. That would not work, man. No way. No way. He said Kawhi Leonard didn't fight nobody. How you know? You ever fought Kawhi? How you know? How you know? How you know? Because of what? Like, you don't know that, bro. Don't assume stuff. We don't know. Don't sleep on nobody. You don't know people. Don't do that. That's not good, man. That's how you get caught off guard, thinking somebody's sweet, and then you find out. Don't sleep on nobody, man. Don't do that. Don't sleep on nobody. Somebody said poor Russell Westbrook. He said the Knicks, nah, man. The Knicks, no, man. It would not be good. Hey, 773, welcome in. Yeah, man, you finally caught alive. So yeah, the Lakers. I think the Lakers should be better, man. They said who did they trade him for? For the people coming in, Russell Westbrook got traded to the Utah Jazz. The Lakers got D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley. Mike Conley goes to the Timberwolves. And I think Russell, that's pretty much a trade. So I got a question then. What do y'all think about the job that Rob Pelinka's doing? I know a lot of people have been upset with Rob Pelinka and Laker Nation. What do y'all think about what Rob Pelinka's doing? Because I personally think Rob Pelinka's doing a good job. I mean, for all of the stuff that people are saying, Rob Pelinka, I mean, he's still making moves. What do y'all think about what Rob Pelinka's doing? This is a hell of a trade. This is a hell of a trade for the Lakers, in my personal opinion, because they got younger, they got just as good a ball handler, they got a more efficient player from the field overall, a better three-point shooter, a better free throw shooter, somebody that can actually mesh very well with LeBron James. It's not going to mess up LeBron's game whatsoever at all. So I think they got better. I think the Lakers got better, and I think Rob Pelinka did a good job. Twerkers are happy now that LeBron only have one top 75 player, so now they can say LeBron really need him. Yo, man, y'all not gonna do this to me, man. Y'all not gonna do this. Y'all, I just finished putting LeBron in my top 5. Y'all not gonna do this to me, man. Don't do this, because y'all gonna make me talk, and then when we get off the live, they're gonna be coming after me. So don't do this to me. And bro, call it now, Charles. D'Angelo was never any good, and LeBron, y'all are not gonna do it to me. Y'all are not gonna do it to me. Not today, man. Hell no. LeBron just broke the NBA scoring record. It was a hell of a feat. He's one of the 5 greatest players. Some people will call me a clown because I didn't say he's one of the top 2. Whatever. I got him number 4 all time. You will not get any LeBron slander from me today. Oh, somebody said Charles got talking. Yeah. So I posted on the channel. I couldn't even believe it. Let me give y'all a little quick story while some more people catch up to the live. Let me give y'all a little quick story. So, my wife can hear me making some of these videos, and sometimes she jumps in on the live. And then she goes, why don't you like LeBron James? I said, how do you know I don't like LeBron James? And then she starts laughing. She's like, because I see the lives that you're doing. It seems like you don't like LeBron James. And I look at her, I'm like, we're having like now, this is like a face-to-face. I'm like, hold up. Who have I been living with? And I go, well, do you like LeBron James? She was like, yeah, what's the problem with him? I'm like, wait, what is going on here? I'm like, it's not that I don't like him. And you know what she said to me? She goes, I don't really follow basketball, but does it have anything to do with you being a Kobe fan? I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. That's what she said to me. That's what this woman said to me. Can you believe? That's exactly what she said to me. So I just thought it was pretty ironic. I posted that and people started cracking up about it in the comment section. So let me read this. Russell Westbrook about to, she knows what she's talking about. Russell Westbrook about to take Jazz to the AFC. Lakers might still miss the play-in. Yo, somebody said this is Kyle. Hey, what do you Somebody said this is comedy. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna somebody said she not capping. Oh, y'all are not gonna get me started, man. Y'all, I was just surprised that she even follows basketball because I never seen her watch sports, so that's why I was surprised. But anyway, I think it's a good trade for the Lakers, man. I think the Lakers got better. I don't think they have. I don't think it makes the Lakers a championship contender, but I think it makes them a playoff team. I think what makes the Lakers a championship contender is how Anthony Davis ultimately plays, and if the Lakers understand who their first, second option is. If you watch Lakers games, at times it seems unclear who the number one option is. Is it LeBron? Is it AD? Nobody knows. Now that LeBron has the title, the scoring title, I would actually like Anthony Davis to consistently be the leading shot taker on the Lakers on the Lakers roster. Let me look at Anthony Davis shot attempts per game. Let me look at LeBron. Now I know AD has missed some games, so LeBron had to increase his scoring. But let me just look at the shot attempts. Let me see who's actually attempting more shots. AD is attempting 17 field goals a game. That's pretty much what he's been attempting since he got to LA. LeBron is attempting, let me see, the stat is not coming up. NBA.com. Can anybody tell me, let me know in the comment section, how many shots is LeBron attempted a game? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. I'm trying to find it here. It's not loading. NBA.com is not loading. I'm not really sure why that is. But I think, okay, 21. I appreciate that. 21, 22. 21, 22. Like 20. Okay, like 20. I think that number should be reversed. But then again, you really can't blame it on LeBron because sometimes Anthony Davis becomes very passive. One game, he'll look like the best player in the world. The next game, we're like, AD, what happened? So maybe sometimes LeBron reads his energy and is like, bro, if you're not going to go, I'm going to go, right? And maybe sometimes Anthony Davis is maybe sometimes in awe of LeBron and maybe watches him play basketball. Sometimes that happens. I don't know. Sheldon Jackson, D'Angelo Russell, full circle moment of leaving the Lakers the first time, developing and getting better. Hopefully it works out this time around for him. No drama. Very good point. And also, y'all remember, he was there with the Lakers before. He was there with the Lakers, and he was a part of that young talent that I think they got rid of. No. That might have been Lonzo Ball. Who was in that trade? I think it was Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. What's the guy? I think Hart. They were in that trade for AD. I don't think it was D'Angelo Russell. And Kuzma. I think was Kuzma in that trade? I think Kuzma was in that trade. I forgot where D'Angelo Russell went to. I'm not sure where he went to. But I know they got a lot of players for AD. Okay, they kept Kuzma. Okay, all right. They kept Kuzma. Okay, they kept Kuzma. Okay, good. So he's definitely at Nance Jr. Yep, I remember him. Okay, he went to the Nets. That's right. He went to the Brooklyn Nets. Yes. He went to the Brooklyn Nets. Appreciate that. You're right. He went to the Nets. So I think the Lakers got better, and I think the Lakers should Josh Hart. Exactly. I think the Lakers should be able to at least make it into the playoffs or play in, whatever you want to call it. And if the Lakers are going to be a contender, it comes down to AD. But have they gotten better overall? Yes. Is it Kyrie Irving better? No. How many players in the world are like Kyrie Irving? Really? How many? How many players? Kyrie Irving, I mean, he's not a top 75 player, but he's a one of one. There aren't too many players in NBA history like Kyrie Irving. So I think if the Lakers had gotten Kyrie, they're automatically a top 4 seed in the Western Conference. That's whether or not AD got his stuff together or not, it would be irrelevant. AD could turn into a 20-point per game scorer. It would be irrelevant because what Kyrie would have given the Lakers is a dude that on any night can get you 50 points a night in any night. A 50, 40, 90 guy, basically. A dude that is absolutely unguardable, can break down any defense, has tremendous chemistry with LeBron. So that would have made the Lakers a top 4 seed. If the Lakers are going to go after him next season, we got to wait and see. But for now, I think the Lakers are good enough. The Lakers are good enough to get to the playoffs. There's no excuses why they shouldn't, barring injury. The Lakers should be able to get to the playoffs. There's no question about it. Right? Now, are they going to win the championship? I don't think so. But then again, the West is wide open. I think if we look at the Western Conference right now, I think the teams that are really going to, I mean, what about the Warriors? Well, the Warriors are there too. The Warriors found a way to be back into the playoff picture. They're there. They're still the defending champions. And I think the Warriors are still going to be a threat. You still got to beat them. Until the Warriors are knocked out, they're still the champions. And just like last season, the Warriors started clicking at the right time. Or is Stephen Curry out for the entire season? I don't think so. I think Steph is going to come back. Who you got tonight? The Cavs, the Mavs, or the Clippers? I got the Clippers. I got the Clippers winning that game. Kyrie is unstoppable. He is unstoppable, 100%. 100%. Kyrie is unstoppable. I like your commentary. I have little confidence in Ham's lineup. But Ham is a first-year coach, man. You know, you got to that's what comes with it. You know, he's a first-year coach. Somebody's mentioning defense. I see people keep talking about defense. I understand that. But that's been the Lakers' issue for a long time. I don't think you can get one player that will solve the Lakers' defense. LeBron is old, so to use the term that Shannon Sharp uses, he's not going to be sitting in the chair, as he used to call it. He's not going to be sitting in he said they're giving up 118 points. That's impossible. How can the Lakers give up 118 points? That's impossible. Are you sure that number is correct? That's impossible. There's no way. 118 points a game? I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. Somebody say, yes, they are. Damn, that's a lot of points. Wow. If that's true, that's a lot of points. But anyway, regardless of how many points they give up, because a lot of teams are giving up a lot of points these days, the Lakers still should be able to make it into the play. At least for now, we cannot say that LeBron and these guys don't have help. For now, they have help. Now, whether or not guys play good or bad, that's something else. But they got help. I just hope that if the Lakers don't make it into the playoffs, they say, well, there wasn't enough help. I think the Lakers have enough help this season. They should be able to do it. You know, they should be able to do it. It's not Kyrie Irving, but Lakers should be good. They should be good enough. Hey, appreciate that, man. Man, I'm out here falling asleep, man. This was supposed to be like a 15-minute live. Then I look up and we got 2,000 people in here. So I said, well, to hell with it. We might as well keep it going. Damn, somebody said the Lakers giving up 118 points per game. Yo, that's nuts. Somebody said buy Westbrook. Yo, that's terrible. Lakers are top scoring team and second and fastest pace. They can score. They can definitely score. They can definitely score. Do you think any other top seeds are going to make a move? I think some other top seeds may make a move in the Western Conference. I think the Clippers may make a move, but I think all of that's supposed to be happening tomorrow afternoon. I think the Clippers may need to make a move to get more size. If we're looking at teams like that in the Eastern Conference. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that what's his name? Do y'all think that Kevin Durant is ultimately going to stay with Brooklyn for the rest of the season? Do y'all think? Because at first I thought KD for sure was going to demand a trade. Then I'm hearing some other things that Kevin Durant, the Brooklyn Nets are now saying they have no intentions of trading KD. Then I watched the game that the Brooklyn Nets played against the Clippers. Let me pull up the Brooklyn Nets roster. Brooklyn Nets. Pull up their roster. There's a young player on that roster. Let me see. What's his name? What's the dude's name? Young guy. He scored like 40 points. What's the guy's name? What's the guy that scored? I'm not seeing his name. Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas. This dude, I think he had 2 straight games of 40 points. And I think in 3 games, appreciate that. In 3 games, he scored over 100 and something points, which is crazy. To me. So it seems like, okay, 3 games of 40 straight. That's insane, right? So some people were saying, is Kevin Durant sitting on the bench looking at this and saying to himself, well, maybe I got more talent than I thought. Maybe I got more talent than I thought. Now, is he a Kyrie Irving? No, because there's nobody like Kyrie. But he's a hell of a player. He is a hell of a player. And I think KD will look at that roster and think he still has talent. If I'm KD, there are two ways to look at it. The first way KD can look at it is from a legacy standpoint, but from two angles. If Kevin Durant stays, I think that most people in the media are going to give Kevin Durant his props for not leaving. They're going to be like, he stuck it out. I think it would also help KD's legacy, at least immediate legacy. If he stays, the Brooklyn Nets make a decent run, maybe go out in the second round, that he didn't leave. I think that the other way KD can look at it and be like, can be like, I'm out of here. I want to go to a championship contender right now. I'm 34 years old. KD could literally look at it that way. The other way may bring him more scrutiny, but at least he knows for sure he's going to be on a top team. But I think if he stays and they make a good run, they don't have to win. I think it takes off a lot of pressure on KD because they could be like, even though all of the storm and all of that madness, he still stayed. I think a lot of people are also going to give him prop, especially in the media, for those that said, you just opted into a new contract, so you can't leave. So I think if he honors that contract and at least finishes out this season, I think those guys are going to give him his props. But ultimately, I think KD should do what he thinks is best for him and not think of what people in the media are going to say about him. Ultimately, he got to do what's best for him. So I thought he was going to leave. I guess we'll wait and see what's going to happen. But he's in a tough spot. And it's amazing how that Brooklyn Nets team just kind of came crumbling down. And I can understand some people. By the way, did y'all see Stephen A. Smith talking about Kyrie Irving today on ESPN First Take? Now, he was quoting something that Kyrie said. Everybody was cracking up. Maybe I don't know what the quote was, but I heard the quote. It wasn't as funny. The way it wasn't as funny to me the way those people were laughing. I don't know if they gave him free hot dogs or something, so they felt like laughing or whatever. I don't know what they gave him that made all those people laugh. But Stephen A, man, I just think that Stephen A just not feeling Kyrie, man, no matter what. I think Stephen A. Smith is just not feeling Kyrie Irving. LeBron still needs more help. Why not get KD to join the Lakers? My brother, I don't think it works like that. I don't think it works like that, man. I don't think it works like that. Laker fans, I used to be a Laker fan, right? I used to be, you know what? I used to be a Laker fan, and I used to have those kind of thoughts, like, man, what if the Lakers get this guy? What if they? And I think Laker fans just always feel like, well, why don't we just go get this guy? Like, well, what's Kawhi doing? Like, well, he's on a good team, but he's not on the Lakers. Just bring him. What's KD doing? Just get KD. Like, what is he doing? You're in Brooklyn? What are you doing in Brooklyn? Come to the Lakers. Like, I understand how Laker fans feel like that, but I think there's a lot more that's going to go into that. They could get him, but I used to be a Laker fan. I was a Kobe guy. For sure. I used to be a Laker fan. Kobe was my guy, man. So I was kind of like the way Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe has been a Miami Heat fan, Cleveland Cavaliers fan. What is it? A Lakers fan. The first team I'm actually rooting for as a basketball fan, like actually rooting for, is the Clippers. The first time I'm actually rooting for a team. I mean, I just usually one of these guys that follows players because that's how the league is marketed. So, and I'm not going to root for the Wizards just because I was born in DC. I'm not going to root for the Wizards just because of that. No, I'm not going to do that. So, you think Russ going to play in Utah? Probably. I think he's going to play in Utah. Probably. He's mad that Kyrie left KD. KD is Stephen A. Smith's favorite player. Probably. I'm a Lakers fan from birth. Kobe for life. You see, that's that. He gets more. They release more. I don't even know how the hell a fly got up in here. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so that's the news. This punk ass fly just came in here. I don't know how the hell he got in here, but anyway, that's the news. Russ just got traded. I'm gonna go kill this fly, and then I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I don't know who sent this fly in here, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Enjoy. Catch y'all later. Have a good one. Have a good one. Let me kill this fly. Peace.